Welcome to our YouTube English lecture and lesson channel. Today we are going to discuss a topic concerning nouns, but it will be in the lessons. Therefore, I would like to read the lessons so that you can listen and follow. The use of noun. The use of noun is the topic for today's lessons. There are many forms of nouns. There are many forms of noun. 1. Countable nouns. Countable nouns which is mistaken for uncountable noun. There are countable nouns which we mistakenly consider it to be uncountable nouns. Number 2. We have countable nouns which may be singular or plural. There are countable nouns which also serve as a singular or plural in the sentence. Number 3. Most collective nouns changes with the change in the verb. When the combined nouns are being combined together to construct a sentence, a change occurs in that sentence, and for that purpose it will have an impact onto the verb, and it will therefore bring change to the verb. That's what it's saying here. Most collective nouns changes with the change in the verb. So what function the verb play in a collective noun construction of English will bring an impact to that collective noun. A plural verb is used when thinking of individuals making up the group. A plural verb is used when thinking of individuals making up the group. When you use an individual in the plural form of a group of words, the subject, which is the noun, will be in the plural forms. A singular verb is used when nouns serve as a unit. A singular verb is used when nouns serve as a unit. For example, words like committee, class, team, family, etc. and etc. is used as a noun when the noun serves as a unit. The following are used with plural verbs. The following are used with plural verbs. Words like clergy, police, etc. are used with plural verbs. Next to that is the plural noun, which may be singular. A plural noun which may be singular. There are nouns which are plural nouns, but they appear to be singular even when they are not singular nouns. For example, people is a plural. We all know that. For a person, the plural form for a person is people. And the word peoples. Peoples, that is the word people attached S to the end, is say peoples. And that is a plural for a people. The plural for a people is peoples. And what means peoples? Peoples means a nation's, tribes, or combination of nations makes a nation. A nation of white nations, of a black nations, whatsoever nation could it be, when you mix them together, it become nations and it become peoples. And those word peoples become the plural for a people. Constant plurals must accompany with s. Constant plural must accompany with s. Do not omit the use of s. What is constant plural? Constant plural is there are plural which do not change its forms. It becomes constant plural. They do not change their forms. They must accompany with s at the end. They are always in the plural forms. So some of these plural forms of constant plural are slippers, spectacles, glasses, etc., etc. And if you want to change the forms, you apply this formula. In order to indicate only one of these objects, which comes in the plural forms in all cases as the constant plural, in order to indicate only one of these objects, use the phrase. And what is a phrase? A phrase is when you say a pair of an article A being used to indicate separation between two out of that single pair, or indication referring to only one out of that pairs, whether it's slippers, it's spectacles, or glasses for that matter. So you say a pair of. A pair of means a pair of slippers. A pair of slippers. And what does a pair of slippers means? It means one out of pairs of slippers. Remember here, this part is very complicated. When you say a pair of slippers, you are not saying one pair of slippers which belong to an individual. A pair of slippers is like 3 to 4 to 5 people having the slippers, which comes in pair as we say slippers in plural forms, and a pair of that slipper which belong to one person. If you want to refer to one part of that pairs, is the time you use the word a pair of slippers. A pair of slippers. You are applying to one out of that pairs which is for an individual, not a pair which is for one person out of slippers that is belong to 4 people, 5 people. Not 5 pairs for 5 different people. It can be for one person and you are referring to one out of that pair. Then you use the word a pair of slippers. You don't have to drop the s. The slippers must still remain plural because they are constant plural now. You don't change it. So one out of pairs of slippers is what means when you say a pairs of slipper. When you say pairs of slipper, you mean slippers, the 2 foot for one person. A pair, it means one out of that 2 for stay for that one person. It's not pair which is for one person and another person and another person and you are selecting one out of it. I hope you understand. We stop there for today and I hope you will read it over if you have the time so that you get more clarity on the lessons. We shall bring in more lessons and more lecture. Slowly we shall get there, but please subscribe. We need your comment. We need your suggestion, your like and dislike. Don't forget to subscribe.